Our adventure begins in the early morning hours. A journey to the highest peak in mainland Australia. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Up early to pack all the essentials and getting all ready with our trusty hiking shoes. Let's not forget a quick brekkie to warm that belly. And we are off and ready to start the day. We arrived nice and early at Dead Horse Gap to start our climb. This trail to the top of Mt Kosciuszko is 23 kilometres out and back. It takes you past some pretty stunning Australian scenery. I am going to let you know right here and right now, if stairs aren't your thing, this trail is not for you. With Kosciuszko reaching 2,228 metres above sea level, there really is no surprise that there are stairs galore. First to reach the peak was Paul Strzelecki in 1840. He named it Kosciuszko in honour of his hero, a Polish patriot and freedom fighter. We gained just over 900 metres of elevation on this hike, working our way up through the layers of snow gums and ever-changing alpine plants. Sorry. Let's just say that hills are not my favourite thing, but onwards and upwards we went. And after not too long, we emerged from the trees to enjoy our first glimpse of the snow-capped mountains. One fact we were totally unaware of was that up until 1977 it was possible to drive to the top of Mt Kosciuszko. That was obviously too easy for the powers that be, so now everyone must take the journey on foot. Just kidding, it was closed due to environmental concerns. The Dead Horse Gap name apparently refers to brumbies that used to get caught in the area during unexpected snowfall and perish. It's not the most beautiful story, but interesting nonetheless. The views, even from this height, are already breathtaking. After the climb through the mountaintops, it's time for a quick stop on an old chairlift, located on a hill in the middle of nowhere. super quirky, and we loved the excuse to have a rest. It's time to strap that pack back on and head into Thredbo Resort territory. And yet again, what a damn good view. We did this hike in mid-October. Before long, the path was covered in sections with thick, slushy snow. It was right about this point in time when I became really grateful for my walking stick purchase. We saw plenty of wildlife along the trail. It's just so surreal to watch them wandering around on this sparse landscape. As we finished the Dead Horse Gap part of the trail, we started the 5.5 kilometre climb to the peak. The track is pretty much all metal for the rest of the way. Relatively easy but constant climb up and up and up. We have reached the Kosciuszko lookout. So close yet so far. On we go. Would you check out that bloody beautiful blue sky? In a show of how relatively flat the terrain in Australia really is, although Mt Kosciuszko is the highest on the Aussie mainland, it is actually ranked 71st in the world for its height. One could even call it the Midget Mountain. This area is also the coldest part of Australia. It is covered in snow from June all the way through to October. That's an impressive 5 months of winter. In 1997, due to the huge range of flora and fauna in the area, Kosciuszko National Park was declared a World Biosphere Reserve. I think it's pretty crazy that with all the different bird species that live in New South Wales all over the place, that over 40% live right here in Kosciuszko National Park. Rawson Pass is where the medal path ends and the flagstones begin. The final push to the top. And of course, another big snowdrift covering the path. All in all, this hike took us around 8 hours to complete. It was 23 kilometres out and then back again. And we gained and then lost 960 metres in elevation. We stopped at the top, took our shoes off, had a picnic, checked out the view, which of course was stunning. You of course can't leave a spot like this without grabbing some shots of the beautiful expanse. We then, a little begrudgingly, headed back down the mountain for the trek home to camp. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure. If you like this type of thing, subscribe and there's bound to be more. That's it guys, now go out and find your own adventure.